Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. It's funny how sometimes the slowest stories are the ones that stay with us the longest. You know, the ones that don't explode right away, but instead simmer quietly beneath the surface, drawing you in inch by inch. You keep watching, not for the fireworks, but for the flicker of something real. And that's exactly what's happening right now between Jason and Britt. Their story isn't sprinting toward a dramatic reunion. It's walking there, slowly, deliberately, one heartbeat at a time. When you look at where Jason and Britt started, the chemistry was instant. It wasn't loud or flashy, but it had that unmistakable undercurrent, a pull neither of them could fully explain. But timing? Timing has always been their enemy. Every time they found themselves on the edge of something beautiful, life threw another obstacle in the way. Maybe it was fate testing them, or maybe it was the universe's way of saying, not yet. And now, after everything that's happened, the distance, the heartbreak, the missed calls, and the unspoken apologies, we're watching something rare. Not a rushed reunion, not an instant spark reignited, but a slow burn. The kind that makes every glance mean something. Every pause between words feel like a conversation of its own. Jason has changed. You can see it in the way he carries himself now. More reserved, more careful, maybe even a little haunted. He's not the same person he was back then, and honestly, that's a good thing. The reckless energy, the impulsive decisions, the pride that once got in the way, all of that's been tempered by time and regret. You can see it in his eyes now. He's thinking before he speaks. He's listening more than he used to. He's a man who's learned, sometimes the hard way, that love doesn't survive on passion alone. It survives on patience, understanding, and the willingness to fight for someone, even when it's inconvenient. And Britt, she's grown too. Gone is the girl who used to carry everyone's burdens on her shoulders. The one who smiled through pain just to keep the peace. There's a quiet strength in her now. She's softer in some ways, stronger in others. She's learned to protect her heart, not by building walls, but by setting boundaries. She doesn't chase validation anymore. She doesn't beg to be understood. She just is grounded, confident, and in her own quiet way, still very much affected by Jason's presence. Every time they share a scene, there's this energy. Not chaotic, not forced, just real. You can almost hear the unsaid words hanging in the air between them. The kind of tension that doesn't need dialogue to explain itself. A look across the room says enough. A brief touch, a half smile. They're communicating in the language of people who've already lived a whole story together. And that's the magic of a slow burn. It's not about waiting for the kiss or the big confession. It's about everything that happens in the silence before those moments. It's about two people who have every reason to stay apart, and yet somehow, the universe keeps finding ways to pull them back together. It's about the ache of almost, the ache of what could be, and the hope that maybe this time, they'll get it right. What makes Jason and Britt so compelling isn't perfection. It's that their story feels human. They mess up. They misread signals. They run away when things get too real. But when you strip away all the drama, what's left is this undeniable truth. They belong in each other's orbit. Maybe not right now. Maybe not easily, but inevitably. Watch the way Jason looks at Britt when she isn't noticing. There's something almost reverent there, like he's afraid to want her again but can't help himself. It's that mix of guilt and longing, of knowing he hurt her once and fearing he'll never get another chance to make it right. And Britt, for all her composure, isn't immune to it. She still reacts to his presence, even when she tries to hide it. You see it in the little things. The way her voice softens when she says his name, or how her walls crack just enough when he lets his guard down. That's why this slow burn feels so inevitable. Because it's not about whether they still love each other. We know they do. It's about whether they're ready to face that love again without the fear that wrecked them before. There's this beautiful irony in the way they both keep pretending they've moved on. Jason throws himself into work, acting like success can fill the void she left. Britt keeps her schedule busy, surrounding herself with people, projects, anything to keep her mind from drifting back to him. But you can't fake peace. You can't outwork longing. And you can't outrun the person who still feels like home. They can ignore it all they want, but it shows up anyway, in the songs that remind them of each other, in the places that still carry memories, in the dreams that make the heart ache a little when they wake up. You can feel it, that quiet inevitability pulling them closer, even when they think they're staying apart. What's beautiful about this phase of their story is how gentle it is. There's no grand declaration, no impulsive reunion. It's the kind of connection that rebuilds itself slowly, brick by brick. A smile here, a shared memory there. A late-night conversation that lingers longer than it should. The gradual realization that maybe, just maybe, they've both grown enough to finally meet in the middle. That's the thing about time. It changes people. It strips away the illusions, the ego, the excuses. And when the dust settles, sometimes all that's left is the truth that never went away. That's where Jason and Britt are right now. They're circling back, not as the people they used to be, but as the people they've become because of everything they went through. It's not an easy journey. There's hesitation in every step, fear of repeating old mistakes, fear of losing themselves again in something they couldn't control. But that's the beauty of a slow burn. It gives them space to choose each other again, not out of habit or loneliness, but out of genuine growth. You can see Jason struggling with that choice. He wants to reach out, but he's afraid of overstepping. He wants to apologize, but he doesn't want to reopen wounds. And Britt, for all her strength, isn't immune to the same fear. She doesn't want to fall for the potential of who he might be. She wants to know who he is now. And maybe that's why the pace feels right. They're not rushing to define it. They're just allowing the moments to happen. The kind of moments that whisper instead of shout. The kind that make you believe that love, real love, doesn't have to be dramatic to be powerful. It can be quiet. It can be steady. It can sneak up on you years after you thought it was gone. The best reunions aren't loud. They don't happen in a single explosive scene. They happen over time. In fragments, in shared silences, in slow realizations that the connection never really left. That's what makes this slow burn feel so right. It's not rewriting the past, it's reclaiming it. Maybe that's what makes people root for them so hard. Not just because they have chemistry, but because their story mirrors something real in all of us. That idea that love doesn't always work the first time. That sometimes, two people need to fall apart to understand what they truly want. And when they find their way back, it's not the same. It's better, deeper, earned. Jason and Britt's story reminds us that love isn't about timing. It's about readiness. You can meet the right person at the wrong time, and it still matters. Because that connection stays with you. It shapes you, challenges you, forces you to grow. And when you've finally done the work, when you've healed and changed and learned, that same connection has a way of finding its way back. Different, but familiar. That's the energy we're feeling now. That quiet inevitability. That sense that no matter what detours they take, no matter how long it takes, they're moving towards something real. Slowly, maybe painfully, but surely. You can't rush something like that. You can't script it or force it. It has to unfold naturally, in its own time. That's what makes it so satisfying to watch. Because when it finally happens, when Jason and Britt finally let go of the past and find each other again, it won't be just another plot twist. It'll be a payoff. The culmination of every silent glance, every lingering touch, every moment they almost said what they felt but didn't. And when they finally do, when words finally catch up to what their hearts already know, it's going to hit harder because we've waited for it. We've seen them earn it. We've seen them become ready for it. So maybe their reunion isn't fast. Maybe it's not filled with grand gestures or sweeping music, but it's real. And it feels inevitable. Because that's what true connection looks like. Not perfect, not easy, but lasting. Every story has its pace, and theirs just happens to move like a heartbeat, slow, steady, and full of quiet strength. That's the beauty of a slow burn. It teaches you to appreciate every moment along the way, because the destination will be worth every second of the wait. So yes, Jason and Britt's reunion may not come quickly. But when it does, it'll feel like it was always meant to happen. Because some loves don't fade. They just wait, patiently, quietly, for the right time to return. And when they do, they don't just rekindle, they transform. That's the kind of love that doesn't just make good television. It makes you believe in something deeper. The kind that reminds you that sometimes love doesn't need to rush to prove itself. It just needs to endure. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.